Hello and welcome to my channel. If you don't know already, I am Kat, the Nurse Flipper, and in today's video we are going to go over the eBay Seller Hub, some of the basics that are located in there that can help you improve your eBay sales, and just a walkthrough of what actually you can do in the eBay Seller Hub. There's quite a bit of stuff in there. I'm going to show you stuff that I use that I feel is beneficial to improving eBay sales. So let's do it. Alright guys, so this is my main seller hub. I am not going to use this for the majority of the recording, but I wanted you to see here because there's a lot more information. You go to ebay.com /sh /OVW, and that will take you to your seller hub. You can also Google and put in eBay Seller Hub and it will take you as well. So this overview page is basically a small compilation of what all the tabs are. So on here you can see your sales. It does show you today for the last 7 days, and it also shows you for the last 31 days. And then it also shows what needs to be shipped, how many messages you need to respond to, and then your total number of listings, how many are awaiting shipment, sales for 31 days, and also your seller status. So it puts this information in multiple places and makes it very easy to see so that you can look at your numbers. If you look at mine here on my main store, the last 31 days, I am down 21.7%, and I believe that's due to the restriction that I was just on. But if you see up top, that's because I had 4 days that were pretty slow here, and that was right at and after my restriction. I have not been listing like I should, so that would explain that. And then when we go down here a little bit further, you can see yourself compared to the market, which is good to know what you're doing in comparison to the rest of the market. And I'm down 21%. The rest of the market is down, or sorry, they are actually up by about 3%. So that tells you that most people in the last 31 days are selling a little bit more than they did the month before. And then you'll also see from the year before, so I am up 1,000% because I was not selling anything this time last year. I did start in about April, but I wasn't doing it seriously. So over here you'll see my total number of listings. It'll tell you how many that I need to add item specifics to and some other information. Below it will show you your seller level. As you can see, I am top rated, and it tells you all of the items that determine what your seller status is. So it shows you your transaction defect rate, which mine is 0. That is how many items you were unable to fulfill because they were damaged or missing out of your inventory. It also shows you your late shipment rate. So if you say 1 day handling time, you have got to ship in that time. And then it tells you how many transactions. So I've had 2,473 transactions in the last year, a little over 70,000 in sales the last 12 months. Here it'll show you selling announcements. So if eBay has anything new going on, they will let you know in this section. And then there are selling tools to the left that show you, like, you can manage your store and things like that. Promotional offers here where like the 50,000 listings are. I have list 200 auction style free, and it'll tell me how many of those I have actually used compared to how many are available. It also shows you here your store. Like, I've used 0 of 1,000 of my store, and that's because there are the free listings going on right now, so I'm not going against my store allowance. So it's good to keep track there where you know how many you've used and how many are available. I actually have 1,500 listings and I've never went over my 1,000 available and been charged an extra amount. Down at the bottom shows your account summary. This is where it'll show you how much you owe eBay, how much you've paid them, and what your balance is. So I pay every day I ship. So I paid over 1,000 this month, but I still owe 120. That is the fees on the items that I will ship out on Monday. And when I ship out, I like to go ahead and pay my fees. Here are the monthly limits, and you're going to see on the other store, like this one, I can list 5,600 more items for 261,000 more dollars. eBay keeps adding to this amount for me. I have not asked for it, but because my sales and my metrics are so good, they keep increasing how much I am allowed to list. You used to have to ask for that to be increased. I think there's a button down there where you can request to list more. And that way, if you run out of listings, you can just click there and show that. So now we're over on the new store. As you see, there is zero feedback here. And we have only had $116.54 in sales. There's nothing to compare it to because this is a brand new store. So all of my numbers down here are going to be greater than 100% because it's brand new. There is nothing for it to compare it to. So I have 16 listed and I don't have any feedback on this one. And here I have the basic store, the starter store, and it's $7.95 a month. It includes 100 listings, and this shows me how many of those listings I have used that are available. And then you can see my balance on my fees, which is much lower than my big store. They are giving me 227 more listings and 24,000, which is significantly higher than when I used to sell before. I think it was like a 50 item limit and $1,000. So this is increased. I'm not sure if it's because of coronavirus or why, but you can use that in the seller hub to learn. So if you go over to the orders tab, this has been the overview that we've been looking at this time. Here you can see all of your orders, orders awaiting payment, orders awaiting shipment, and you can also see what you have shipped. This is a great place to see where your shipping labels are. If you print a shipping label and it doesn't print right and you need to reprint it, this is where you would want to go, under orders to shipping labels. So I will pull this up, and here you will see that I've shipped out 2 items, and it will tell you how they were shipped. So mine were shipped first class package. It will let you void the labels. If for some reason you need to void it, if that buyer backed out at the last minute, you can do that here. And then you can go to ones that are awaiting payment. I do not have any. If you want to keep track with that, and maybe file non-paying bidder. So because I'm new, it is walking me through all of these sections and helping me. So if it's your first time using it, eBay is going to walk you through just the basics of the seller hub to help you with what is where. So here it's telling me under orders awaiting shipment, it tells me the date that I have to ship this item by. It says ship by March 24th at 11:59 p.m. So if you have 1 or 2 day handling, this is going to tell you when the deadline is for you to ship that item out. And then you'll also see above there's a buyer's note. So for me, I see, like, if a viewer purchased from me, they'll throw a note in, I'll see it. If they're saying it's a gift or they're drop shipping it and they don't want you to include any invoice in the package, you would see that there. So this is just showing you more of the drop down and what is available. Under orders is also where you will see cases if you have any problems that are going on. That's like the resolution center for PayPal. So it's showing you can prioritize and filter out. I also like to use this to see my total that's awaiting shipment, which I don't have any on this account. And then here it shows you can do several orders at once. So if you wanted to pack them all at once, or if you wanted to mark them as shipped or add tracking, you can highlight all of the items and do them all at once. And you can sort by many different ways, the date of the sale, the buyer's username, and you can just customize this to how you would like it to be. So I like the listings tab, and this is probably the tab that I actually use the most. And that's because you have your create a listing, active listings, unsold, and this is also where you will see, if you are on a computer, if you have any buyers that you can send offers to. So on this listing tab, it will show up and say items available to send offer to. So I actually have one here, so we will go ahead and click this, and I will show you how we're going to do that. So it says send offers eligible. We are just going to go over and click on that tab, and it will pull up the listing that is available for. So mine is for a Chevy hat. So I'm going to send offer. It's at $19.99. I am going to uncheck accept counter offers, because when I send an offer, I do not want a counter offer. I will put $16.50, and for purpose of this demonstration, I'm not going to change the message. It automatically puts, here's your chance to get this item at a great price, and we're just going to leave that as B and send it. I normally do change this and tell them thank you for your business and for supporting me, and I sign my name just to make it a little bit more personalized. So now we can go over, and also under listings, you have got your active, unsold, scheduled, and your ended. So depending on what you want to see, you can click that and those items will come up. So on my unsolds, I have ended 2 items already on the new store because they did sell over on Mercari. So these 2 pairs of jean shorts are ended, and it does tell me they are not relisted. This is really good if you're doing auctions and you forgot to relist something, or if you want to, or if you ended it and then say the sale fell through on another platform, you could come here and relist. So this is the marketing tab. When you click on the marketing tab, it will show you, like, my store name is here, and then it's going to now help me with how to use this tab. So my favorite thing over on the marketing tab is to make promotions. I have not branded this store, so you see there's no photo or anything personalized yet on here. So I am going to go to marketing and click on promotions, and this is how I put my sales on. So I'll click on create a promotion and sales event and markdown, and then it will take you to this screen. The first thing you want to do is choose the discount that you want to give for your items. The minimum that you can do is 5% off in a sale. I believe if you do 10 to 15%, that will help you get more sales. So I'm going to do 10% for this demonstration, though I am not going to end up saving this sale because I don't want to put a sale on this store just yet. So once you click 10%, you're going to go into another screen and you'll select which items you would like to put for sale. So for me, I typically do the create rules because I do my whole store. But if you want to select only a few items, you will click select items, and then it's going to pull up the list of your items, and you will just check off the items that you want to sell for 10% off. So I am going to scroll down. We'll just pick these 2 lotions at the bottom for demonstration purposes. And then we're going to click on confirm selection and go into the next screen. So this next screen is actually going to pop up and show me the listings that I have selected. And I'm going to confirm and then save that selection, and I will go to the next screen. On the next screen is where you will pick what length of time you want your sale to go on for. So here, the top is what you see as your sales description. Your customers do not see it. At the bottom is where your customers will see. So I'm typing weekend sale, and that is what my customers will see. So you want to go to your start time. I always change my start time to start now because it defaults to about 4 hours from when you're starting, and it always defaults for 30 days. I do not recommend doing sales for longer than 3 to 4 days, so I would end this one on Monday at midnight, which essentially ends it after Sunday. And that gives 3 days. It gives buyers a sense of urgency that this sale is ending in a day or two, and if I want to get this item on sale, I need to purchase it now. Then you would click launch if you're doing it. I'm clicking save for later, and I typically will turn back on another sale the morning that mine goes off. So now it looks like they have a performance tab, which is great. This shows your sales, and my favorite part of the performance tab is here where it shows you the selling cost. So in this circle, I can see the total amount of sales I've had, and then I also can see my eBay fees, how many free value, and then my shipping cost, my PayPal fees, and what my net is. So on that circle on the left, you can see eBay fees were the largest amount here. But if you are shipping out a lot of items that the shipping costs as much as the item, your shipping is going to take a lot longer. So my net sales is most of that circle, which is exactly how I would like it to be. So this is really good to break things down for you where you can see exactly where your money is going out of that gross sales total. And then here, and I don't have this on my main store, this is a payments tab. And this actually, so I didn't have to start managed payments, but this is saying manage payments on eBay, and I can express interest here, which I am not interested in. So yeah, so that is about the end. The research tab, because I don't have a big enough store, I would have to pay for Terapeak. I do have the research tab over on my main one, but not here. So I hope you guys gained some insight into the Seller Hub and learned some stuff that you didn't know already. I do appreciate you all watching. If you haven't already, please hit that thumbs up and subscribe and turn on the bell notification. If you like this video, let me know in the comments and I'll do some more tutorials. And if there are certain things that you are wondering how to do, put that there as well, and I will try to make a video to help you. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Got some chickens. We'll get them some chicken treats. Are they so nice, chickens? They're so nice, chickens. So nice, chickens.